Good morning, Gunan.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank
Good.
you.
Tell me, what can you offer us that other candidates cannot?
I believe, aside from my technical skills and educational background, I can bring other intangibles to the organization that are often not measured. By this, I mean especially my positive and hardworking attitude. I promise to bring that on a daily basis. Because I don't take anything in life for granted. And as an example, last year, that global economic crisis, a lot of people that were working so many years, they lost their jobs, all their life savings within a few days. If you ask any one of them, did they expect this? They'll tell you no, they didn't. Nobody saw it coming. So the lesson I learned from that is nothing in life is guaranteed. So I'm thankful for every opportunity, everything that I have. Because today you have it, tomorrow you might not. So be thankful given that situation. Cherish everything. In a work environment, I'd be happy to come to work every day just to have that opportunity to make a meaningful contribution, have a team working with you, being held accountable for your job. I cherish that. I'd be happy with that. I'll bring, that combined with a positive and hardworking attitude, we can overcome any barriers. Even the tightest deadlines can be met. The toughest tasks can be accomplished.
That was a very good answer you're giving me there.
Thank you. Yeah.
So tell me, what are your strengths?
My two greatest strengths are my interpersonal skills and the ability to work well under pressure. As an example of this, last year I worked at a tax clinic performing personal tax returns. And especially the last 2 months, March and April, were really busy because the tax deadline, T1, personal tax deadlines are on April 30th. So people that owe taxes, they don't come the first 2 months, they're going to come the last month because they don't want to pay right away.
Yeah.
And even the people that do get refunds, they see, oh, tax season's almost done, let's go get a refund. So especially on the last 2 months, we were really busy. Morning, we opened the doors, there'd be people lining up until we closed at 6 p.m. So it'd get hectic, and often we were understaffed. And the owner he hired, it was only me and him working. He saw my skills. My family has been doing our tax returns with him for several years. Often doing tax returns is like getting a haircut. You go to the same barber, you want the same hairstyle. So they come to that person because they want the same advice. They trust him, he's reliable.
Yeah.
So when customers saw me, they don't know me. So they're like, can we trust this guy? Is he going to be this? Is he going to provide us with the same advice Arjuna did? He's the owner. Yeah. And then I was really busy, but my focus was to give each customer the amount of time to ensure quality service, not rush, because I knew quality is the most important thing in a business.
Yeah.
So I told them, when they came into the office, I apologized. I'm sorry for your delay, but we have to give each customer quality time so they're satisfied. My job entitled me to take their T4s, all their tax forms, input them into the CAN taxation software,
yeah,
as well as answer any questions they had, provide them with tax advice. And at the end of the day, at the end of the season, I was very surprised. A lot of positive comments came towards the owner. They were surprised. Who is this guy? He's just like you. You should hire him for next year. So that was very positive. Because I even during the hectic times, I kept a calm, cool, and collected attitude. I was very sincere to them. Eye contact, apologetic when I had to be, thanking them for their time, and see you next year. Positive comments, people skills were very important.
That's what they like. Yeah, exactly.
People skills as well as being calm under pressure.
Okay, so you've been pretty successful.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, tell me. I already know all your qualifications.
Okay.
But tell me, what are your limitations? Your biggest mistakes?
My limitations.
If you have any.
I think as human beings we all do. Yeah. The important thing is to realize them and overcome them. Look at how can we overcome them? Every human being does it. If you tell me you don't, I know you're lying. Anybody is. My limitation is when my friends come to me, close friends, I tend to go to extreme measures to help them. My friend, he went to elementary school with me. He dropped out of high school. I continued my education. He came back to me 2 years ago. He was very sad that he wasn't able to finish high school. He didn't get his high school diploma. He wanted to go to college. So I want to do everything within my ability to help him out. I told him that I can't come write your test. I can't come on the day of your math exam and write it for you. But I am willing to do whatever it takes to get you in that situation, make you go to college. So I get up sometimes 6 in the morning, wake him up, and tell him, get up buddy, let's go to the library, study. And it was taxing on me because I was going to full-time school and balancing part-time work as well. So the limitation is that like I don't look at the energy that I expend. I want others to succeed. And sometimes that's bad because they don't take it for granted. Like they use you, and that's not what you want. You want them to realize how hard it is.
No, yeah.
If you work hard at something, that's when you truly realize value. That's when it'll pay off. If you spoon feed them, you're not gonna be there at the end of the day. You're not gonna be there when it counts. When he's doing his entrance exam, applying for college, you won't be there. So you want to you want to prepare them, you want to help them out, but not like to beyond extreme. Like
you're wasting your energy on people that are lacking out.
Yeah. And at the end, I realized that how I dealt with it. I communicated with them properly. I told them, I can do this for you, but I can't do this. So I told them, I can help you out how some of the questions that I can simulate them and tell you how they will be, but I can't do every question for you. I'm not going, because then I wouldn't be helping you. Because sometimes it backfires. You don't really help them, you hurt them as well.
Yeah.
So you hurt yourself and you hurt the other person.
Yeah, that's true.
So I realized that today he's doing really well. He got his high school diploma. I helped out his application for college. George Brown, he's doing business management. He wants to follow in my footsteps. So.
Okay, so it wasn't in vain. So it was a good thing you did there. And tell me, how long will it take you to make a meaningful contribution to our firm?
I think I can make a meaningful contribution immediately.
Right away?
Yeah, right away, because I have a proof to back that up. Because before the tax service job, I worked at a web design company as accounts receivable clerk. So when I started in May of 2007, the accountant that was going out, he didn't do his job properly. So there was reconciliation that had to be done for over 1 year. So all they gave me was the bank statements for over a year, monthly bank statements for over a year, and as well, they use simply accounting software. So the cash general ledger, I had to compare those two and see where the discrepancies were. And the next 2 days, I was starting my accounts receivable function. So I told them this might take me longer. I communicated with the owner. I asked them, do you mind, I know there's confidentiality issues, there could be, do you mind if I take this home with me, work on it on my personal time. If I take it home with me, I'll look at it, by doing that I can have it ready for you within 2 days. Cause I knew they were using simply accounting software because I asked them at the interview. So within the time from my interview to the day I was hired, I was just doing any research I could on simply accounting. I had manuals, I got a trial version, I was working on it at home. So when the time for reconciliation came, I knew how to back up the software so I can take it home and work on it as well. So he trusted me, he gave me the bank statements, I took them with me, I put the software on the USB drive, I took it home, I finished the reconciliation before I started my original work. And then on the day of when I was starting, I was ready, hit the ground running, do my accounts receivable function part. So that reconciliation was put aside. Now we're back on track. So every monthly I did it, instead of saving it for leaving it for 1 year. Did it daily, so no hassle.
So you're good at working under pressure.
Yeah.
Well, finally, tell me, when will you be able to start?
I can start immediately. I'm available to work full-time, weekends, evenings if needed. I am doing the Certified Management Accounting program, but that's very flexible. The classes are only once a week. It can be evenings, it can be weekends, so I'm willing to balance that with work.
And start right away.
Yeah, start right away.
Okay. Well, thank you, Gunan, and good luck in your search.
Thank you very much.